G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Shapez IO, the second series. Yeah, the wires update and this is the next episode. So we're going to get straight into this. And something I didn't realize is that we are already at level 10. Let's just confirm that. I might just go and have a look here. In fact, we got an upgrade ready to go for the last bit. So where's the hub? At the end of the last episode, we actually talked about getting an upgrade. So that was a circle area down below on the left-hand side. And we talked about getting an upgrade here. So, does it show me what level? It will tell me at the hub. Yeah, level 10 I'm actually on. So we're going to get into level 10. Why don't you enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you in just a sec. Okay, so cheers, and we are now back and up and running and on level 10. So we could here upgrade, and we do have the upgrade for the belts, well, yeah, it'll tell me what's next, won't it? And we should always upgrade, although I think we need to get in these guys. So on the next one, have we got the combiner to make these guys here? Because it's the fan shape that we're really going to struggle with. Let's grab this, and of course this one I won't pin it to the front yet because we're not even going to go close to getting that just yet. But we do want this mixing and painting in the fans. So let's see exactly what we got going. What did we do last time? Last time, remember we started to do something last time? Can anyone remember? It was the Cyan Stars. The straight up stars, not the fans, the stars. We'll call them stars. And it was doing the cerise. Cerise? No, cerise is more that colour. Sorry, not cerise. It was doing the cyan stars. So we're simply looking at a painting mechanism here. So let's get ourselves a painting mechanism going straight in. And we'll keep this exactly the same because that's how we like it, don't we? We do. We probably could just not do that. If I had one here, I'd go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then put that one. And then I can get rid of that guy. So that is pretty good. Okay, let's grab ourselves a few of these guys. So that'd be 2. That'd be 3. That'd be 4. And we're going to want a few more than that. So yeah, we'll get the painter together. So the painter here, we're looking at the paint coming in from the bottom. If I spin this, that's set up the correct way. The paint's coming in at the bottom. And we put in this. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. The gap is 3, so we can put in 4 more, I think would be good. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't worry about that too much. That's just going to be rerouted. Yep, no problem. Right, cool. Let's keep going on these guys. Yeah, here we go. Right, here we go. So, and of course we can get these ones in because they're nice and easy to put in straight away. And of course this reference point here was always going to be sort of there. And I think it's going to be there. Yep, which means this guy here, and if he's the last one, he actually doesn't need to be that. So what we can do is we can actually have it, where is the hub? Where's the hub? So we're going to get it down to there. But I think we're happy to go up and across, would be quite nice. So we go up here, and we would do, so it's these guys, is it? He does need to join up, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. So if we do that, and what we can do is we know that this one is going to be this way, so it'll be here all the way across. And then what we'll do is we'll do this and grab one of these guys and do an input here. So if I do that, could I do that? Yeah, so that'd be quite nice. So that'll work out quite well. We'll grab our cyan and we'll get him in here, and he goes right across. And we could do it all the way up to here. So this is quite good. I think we're trying to steam on to level 20, but of course progress is going to be really slow in the next sort of 5 or 6 levels because we need to scale up. And of course I need to work out a good way of doing white, because for white you really need 3 sets of quite a few sets. Well, is it 3? Yeah, it's quite a few sets of painting arrays, mixing arrays actually, because to get white you've got to mix 2. And you'll get you mix 2 and you get one of those, and then you've got to mix another two and get a second. So it's two secondary colors will make a primary, so that's going to be interesting. No, it's actually, yeah, it is. It's two secondaries would make a primary. I think so. No, I don't think it is. I think if we mixed blue and red to purple, and then we mixed in green and purple, it would make white. I think that's how that would work. We shall find out. No, he just needs to do that, actually. Right, brilliant. Right, actually, let's do the curvy bits now for these guys. So curvies. We haven't sent the shapes in yet. We've sent the colors in, so that's good. And now the undergroundies are heading in this direction, and we want these. In fact, we've got one more curvy bit to do first. Let's get those undergroundies in next. Okay, so it's going to be here. So this will be the Cyan Stars, and they are cruising through there. There's quite a few of those, 8 lots, and we'll just route that back home. Do we need the last bit? Yeah, that's exactly what we need, I think. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, and we want this to go all the way across here. Yep, and here. Then we go like this. Right, let's just go across there as well. We can zoom out a tiny bit here, and this is probably a good level to be doing this. I think what we could do is do this, and then down here. Yep, stay away from all those. And let's do this, and then do this. Yeah, rightio, here we go. So this, and I'm just going to scroll across here and get these Cyan Stars coming right back in, a full load of those, and we can do this now. So that's, and then we just got to route these guys back somewhere slightly different. Yep, brilliant. The hub can do this and that. Great. Okay, cool. So I think that's all pretty good. I wonder if we should be maximizing everything though. That's a full belt. So no, it's not a full belt, it was a backlog. Okay, cool. So you can see there we put 8 machines in. The problem might be the cyan paint, actually, because I think we're supplying cyan paint really. Yep, there we go. So the cyan paint was always just a bit of a testing facility, but we need to get it a bit better than that, actually. So it would be, I'm pretty sure it would then be this to here, and then we repeat it. Yep, so if we go this and this, and then we can do, so it's a gap of 3 there, so we'll do 1, 2, yep, this one and this one, so that'd be 3, that'd be 4. Okay, let's just get these guys up and running first. And I suppose what we could do is just do that to get them going. Yep, and then this guy here is going to be, say, here and there. And he likes to do that. Right, okay, so is that everything? No, it isn't, because we're not getting the blue in there. So we need to get these guys going in next. So here to here and here to here. Do that just so we can show what's going on. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that increases the cyan paint quite a bit, and I think we've got 4 there. I think it might be better off to do... yeah, that'll increase it. We hit 200 out of the 800. We come back and fix this up a little bit later. This is the thing we can scale up nicely once we get to our blueprints. So yeah, let's cruise through. Shall we have a quick look and see exactly what we've got here? So if we have a look at the hub, and I think it's always best to do this back at the hub. Meanwhile, back at the hub, so we're getting these guys, we're getting red circles, which we don't need any more red circles, right? So that's a waste. See, you've got to keep an eye on that. Level 10, we do not need red circles anymore. So, and do we need, let's have a look. We've got these blue rectangles. Blue rectangles are required, and they will be for quite a bit onwards, so that's fine. But it's the red circles that we don't need anymore. So let's cut these guys off and see what else. Well, I suppose what we could do is get... Yeah, I think what we could do now, that's the painting, right? The red circles. So maybe what I'll do is stop supplying those guys. Yep. And then get rid of these as well, because we don't need that. Yep. That's good. And in fact, I think this could just go straight across now. Yep. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So now we're looking at the fan shapes, and we do not have the combiner yet. The combiner is going to get here when we get these guys at 800. So I think we should start to prepare for the combiner and see exactly what we're going to have. When we get the combiner together, yeah, that's the color mix. I had something in my mind that looked like a combiner, but we're going to start looking at shapes here, and I think what we need to do is get this fan shape. So let's think about this, because I'd like it to be here because I want it to go up to the red painter. Oh, where is it? Sorry, where were we just a minute ago? Here, yep. So I'd like it to be here so that they can go straight into there. So let's have a look. Where around here can we come up with a fan shape on a combiner? There's an odd shape. There's there. I'd say it'd be there, so that'd be that one. And so what we want to do is start chopping these guys and then combining them. So let's do that, and we can do that in this section. So let's all of a sudden pull out 5 out of the ground. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, and I don't want that one, please. I want this one. Yeah, and we go here, here. Then I want to head downward, so there and there. Yep. Right, good. Okay, nice. And I want to start, there's my line. So let me think about this. In fact, let me start off early. Yeah. The bleed is here. Yep. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to cut. We can cut them, we just can't combine them. So we want to cut and then combine 2 shapes together after spinning one of them. Right, so let me see if I can make an all-inclusive machine that'll do all this. So we want to combine those guys, and these guys I want to bin straight away. So I wonder if I do it the other way. I don't know if we can have a variant of this guy, the cutter. Can we have a T variant where he goes the other way? No, that's it. That might be on another unlock. So he always goes to the right, to the input on the left, and he goes to the right. But I guess later on we could get one that goes to the left. So that could be good. Okay, so we're going to bin it there, and this guy's going to be here, right? So that's those guys. And then what I want to do is I want to split them. Yeah. So I've got 2 lots. And then for here, you would be, this guy's fine, but this guy would be spun twice. So in this one, we've now got the 2. And there we have, so that is our repeatable shape, because this is then going to be combined. And this is where I need to work out exactly where I want to do the combiner, because do I take these 2 lines and bleed them out somewhere, or where do I get the combiner going on? Because I think what we should do is make a big machine that does everything and then combines them back together. So we need to pass 800 here. So what we'll do while we're waiting for the 800 to pass, because I believe the next thing we're going to get back at the hub is going to be the stacker. Brilliant. So let's just look at optimizing some of this, and I think it's going to be these guys. So we put in 5 there. I think we need to really look at I suppose the extraction is the thing, isn't it? Extraction, it's this one here. Yeah, 3.5k as well, so we really need to up production there. I think the best thing I could do actually is up production of this and really get that machine going. Don't forget, these Cyan Stars are going to be required for the jellyfish, so let's do so. And I'm going to call it I'm going to use a label here. Let's get a label going in. Keep our labels in. I think it's called is this going to be it? That's Cyan machine. No, Cyan Stars. Yep. So if I go to map and we call this Cyan Stars, that's my Cyan Stars area, and now I can instantly get to that, which is good. And that'll be nice. And I'll have a circle area down there as well. So let's look. So I don't think here is I think it is the paint that is doing us in a bit. So let's get the cyan paint going on. So I think we've got plenty of stuff there. We just need another 4 of these guys. There's the level, but I am just going to up this now as well before we kick off. So let's do it. Yep, let's do it here. So we want 4 more of these, don't we? I think we should just do this. Just get this done. So 4 with a gap of 3. Yep. And then we definitely want this to be here, and we definitely want this to be here. And I might get these guys in now. So that's going to be right in the middle. And then I think these guys are going to be next. The easiest thing to do without confusing myself. The pipeline out, and it's the undergrounds to complete the whole thing, please. Yep. Okay, and we always start from the blue underground. So there, 3 and 4. Nice. So that is good. I'm just going to do... No, I'll leave that. Okay, cool. So that improves the cyan. You can see cyan being produced on the last one there, so that's quite nice. Okay, so the cyan now is getting to the point where it's coming to not a full line, but much thicker line, which is good. So that's going to increase the cyan stars. Let's go back to the hub. I think it's time to have a tiny bit of that. So we are approaching level 11, but level 10 now gets us the combiner, and that's where we wanted to repurpose this other machine. So if I scroll out here, it was down below. Where is it? It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Oh, hang on. Got the reds. No, it was over there. Brilliant. Okay, so this area here is, of course, exactly what we need. So we want to combine these two together. So here's the combiner. So if I do... Now, I know the one on the right is stacked on top of the one on the left, but in this case, they're just joined together. If I join these two like this, what happens? There's the symbol. Right, so that's good. Now, I think I need to get south, though. So I wonder if maybe... Where do I need to get to? Where's the red? Where is the... It's that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It is that. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just going to put myself in here. If I do the Alt and Shift together, it's a backwards line there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So let's try that for a little bit. That's close to the circles, which is nice. As we're doing this, I think a little improvement would be a little hovering map that showed you that when you're doing that, just show you where you are in relation to other things. That could be quite good. I think we're good just to keep doing that, actually. Yeah, I think let's just do that for a little bit longer. So, yep. Right against the edge of the screen. Edge scrolling is my friend. Oh, I'm thinking about starting a new series of Factorio. Another My Biter World kind of thing could be good. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll do a undergroundy, and we'll go like this to there, and that, and then we'll do this. And I think this is, let's see, this one. Oh, good. That's lovely. Okay, so that is those guys. In fact, we've got them there. We can worry about that in just a sec. Let's scroll out a bit, move this a bit quicker. And let's get the red ones of these going, because I think that's going to get us this little tacker. Yeah, this little one here. So that's good. All right, cool. And I like that we put these two belts together as well, because it just tidies them up as far as transport goes. The super highway. Brilliant. So that's all going well. Okay, cool. So we're getting that. We just need a bit more. So what is the next goal as well? We'll have a look. What was it? I can't remember. I think it was a balancer of some sort. I can't remember that. Right, here we go. So we want this one. So we're repeating this pattern at least once, and then we'll worry about combining them a bit later. And I think what I'll do is, I'm wondering maybe what I should do is this. Yeah, I'm going to try something. No, I was going to try something. Yeah, I am going to try something slightly different. But I'll put this one in first. Let's get this one together. So we go like that. And then we go like this. Oh, we don't need that. We could actually have a tighter one there, can't we? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's not too bad. I guess I think that'll be fine. Yeah, I wonder if I could just do this slightly different. Let me do, say, this, and then say this, and then I'll do one of our little snazzy mergers. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Okay, cool. Because what I want to try and do now is fit a few columns of these in here. Now this is where it'll be interesting, because I don't think we can do this. Yeah, I can fit a second one in here though, can't I? Yep, I can. Okay. It's just not the best way to do this, but that's all right. Let's do this and this. Yep, I think I can fit that in. Oh, that music's great. That's part of the soundtrack, which I've just not been part of. I've, don't know. I think the sound controls were preventing me from doing that. It fits in nicely, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah, the sound is great. The sound is lovely. Well done, Tobias. You've done really well, Chief. I think we'll do this as well. Yep, and then we'll go combiner. No, combiner, please. I think we need this T variant of that. Thank you. There we go. That's lovely. Okay, I'm wondering if I can get some more in this column here. Let's have a little experiment. Are we good doing this? 45. What's the hold up there? 46, 47. It is moving. Yeah, it is moving, but it's slow because we just had one there. We'll go check on it in just a sec. We probably don't have a huge painting array there as well. Yeah, I wonder. Could we do this slightly better? I think we could. I think what we'll do is let's start with, yeah, I'm just gonna, okay, let me do, I think when we use a blueprint, we'll do that. But what I'm going to do, this is a little bit unconventional. This is a bit make it up as you go here. But let me see. So that's going to be there, and they're going to be outputting on, well, we could put them here. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if you can see what I'm going to do here, but this guy's going to be, do you need to spin? No, you're just there. That's good. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit kind of odd. This is a bit scrambling method. And then we go here. We know that this guy is going to be there. And we know that this guy is going to be there with one of our friends. That would work. Yep. So then all I need to do is go here and change you across. And you would be like this. Right, now we just pipe in, please. Pipe straight. And now we got these guys coming in. Let's have a look at them. We should have, no we don't. Yes we do. We're looking at fans. Yep, so we've got the fans coming in there. So that works quite well. We don't have ourselves things at the moment. Hang on, can I do this? What if I could do that one just there? Could, but he's going to have trouble. No, it might work. Might work really well there. Let me do two more. Yeah, let me do two more and we'll have a look at this. Let's see if we can get this. I think you can see what I'm doing here. Ooh, don't know what I did then. Okay, let's do these guys, and of course to there and there. But what I'll do, I think I can fix this actually. Let's get these guys in first. The difficult bit's going to be that and that. No, that's not even that difficult. That's just nice. So then it's that, and then it's this. Yep. Then the next bit is going to be, I think what we need to do is do, let's do it. So this part is going to be like that. And then I'm wondering if I can get this guy, yeah, to do, hang on, comes in. That would work, yeah. Just wondering how those machines work. So I think that's working. Is that working? Seems to be pumping through. And you got stars coming through. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 machines. This is the way to do it. I think this is definitely the way to do it, this little one here. Yeah, we probably get rid of these guys and just do this whole layout, because then you could actually do that block there, and we could do another block there, and it's quite compact actually. I like that one. That was good. I'm glad we changed. Okay, let's leave that. So let's follow the line. I'm actually going to follow the line all the way. And let's have a look at the production rate here of red stars. It's not too bad, but I think what we could do is really increase So is it red stars? Let's have a look at this. Yeah, red stars, we need 3,800. I think we need to get this up a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do a stack of 7, and then we'll actually bring the next one across as well. In fact, let's do 8 of these guys. So this is just our standard painting array, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we know how to do this. So that's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's that. Let me get you guys well away, and you guys well away as well. Yeah. Okay. So it's always going to be this, and let me do that, and then this, and then this could just be like this. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, that's nice. That is nice. Lovely. Okay. All right. Let's do this. That one. That one. I don't know if we will extend this across, but you know what? There's nothing stopping us extending that, to be honest. Absolutely nothing stopping us extending that at all. I'm just going to bleed that out until we start getting the right shape, though. Yep. There we go. Good. Okay, I think some of those... so that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we can extend it as well, and we can put one above it and route this around, so that could be quite good. In fact, I think we should route it around immediately. Let's do so. What we might do is, let's do this like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no, we won't worry about that until we extend it. But that is good there. I think the problem is the supply of these guys, so we really need to increase it. I think we should do that before we try and up anything else. Let's just go back to the hub and see what we're getting and whether anything, and we got ourselves an upgrade, which is lovely. Let's go and see exactly what we're getting. So these guys are good. We need to increase the production. I might do that in between episodes, maybe. We really need to get to that blueprint stage, don't we? This guy can be upgraded. That's extraction, which is nice. And that's a blueprint one, I believe. Is that the blueprint one? I think it might be. Oh, I can't remember. It's blue and white. White circles. So the white paint's going to be interesting. I think we need to really get ourselves one corner of the map. I want white paint, and that's where we make the white paints. And we just keep expanding it if we can, and that'll be it. Because the white paint can be very confusing. So that's kind of how that works. These guys here have just reset. Cyan Stars, and so you're reset it. You're at 200. You need 8,000. So we're gonna have to really bump that up, but we can't bump that up until we get ourselves our new blueprints, which could be the next level. Let's see, back at the hub, chaining extractor. That's where we'll be able to do that nicely. Okay, so let's see, is everything, I think everything's kind of working nicely. These guys, 2.5k, and then these guys, 746 out of 3.5k. Not too bad. That's a, full line of that, full line of this. How are these guys going? Yeah, you've got 10,000, you need 1.5, so that's good. Just keeping us ahead. 28,000, you need 5, 12. Once I get to about 100,000, I'll cut the chain off, and we'll bring it back if we need to when we're at level 20 or so. But I think we'll cut the chains off of some of these older legacy ones, so these guys. So I think that's pretty good. We would now look, let's just look ahead to the next episode. The next thing we would do is the green and cyan jellyfish. And I just wonder about these, because I think the best thing to do is to avoid. See, people would go, yeah, that's great. There's the exact shape. Wait, where is it? There it is. So people will say that there's the shape. Now, I don't think we want the shape. I think what we want is we want fans. Yep, I think we want fans. Stars. We want stars and circles. So I think what we'd do is we'd find an area with stars and circles, and then in addition to stars and circles, we also want green, and we want what makes cyan, people, and cyan is green and blue. So we need green and blue and circles and stars, and so we would have an area for green and blue and circles and stars. But we would have to have a nice little look around for that one. The jellyfish. I think over here could be good, because that could work. you could almost just bin half of it. I like the idea of binning half of it and not trying to use both halves because it just gets too complicated getting the waste out. So I think we just bin half, and that would be one half. We can make them cyan, and then this guy would be the other half is here, and we can bin the other half of them, so that would work. But then we need green and blue, and there's the green and blue. So I'm going to earmark this area as cyan green. Oh, can we do this? Yeah, cyan green jellyfish. And I think there's a limit. Yep, you can do that. Cyan green jellyfish. Yeah, so that's where that would be. So hopefully in the next episode we remember that this is where we want to do it, because what we can do is do color production around here, cyan, green and blue, so we can do the full color production in this area with lots of room, and then we can put the two together in this area, which would be lovely, and just yeah, just do that. One addition to the game as well that I thought of the other day, and I'm sure it's on the suggestions already. I don't know about you, but I don't like building over the top of patches, and it's not because I think, oh, I'm going to waste the patch. I just don't like the aesthetics of it. So I'd love to be able to get rid of a patch, to dig out a patch, so you control click or whatever and get rid of the actual patch. It's gone, and then that patch can reappear somewhere else maybe, or you just lose it. But I like the idea of having bigger areas to build in, because you see this big area here, and I just like having a nice clear area for the factories. I don't like putting the factories on top of stuff. I think it's part of the game mechanics, but that's my preference. I just wonder if anyone else. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up. We are playing Shapez IO by Tobias Springer, the Wires update, and I'll see you in the very next episode. Cheers.